Hold on. Oh my god. My mic is working. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the ShElite Showcase. Thank God. I was probably going to start crying and be like, no, we're not doing a stream.
It's alive.
Jesus said I can hear you this time. Let's go!
Yeah!
Woo! That's right. If you hear my voice and you can see me. Hi, hello. You're watching and listening to the ShElite Showcase. I, of course, am your hostess with the mostest, the shaman of ShElite.
Yes.
The hardest working woman in podcasting. Miss Katie Kinsey. Baby.
Baby.
Gracias. Joining me, my lovely co-host. Jesus, this way. There we go.
That's right.
Young Bucks Nation sensation, the fire breathing, the Rhodes family, and the spice of life, the sassier senorita that I know, the hangman Adam Page to my widow Adam Cole Bay, Miss Y2 Garcia Savannah. How are you?
Hey, Katie. Good. Just before we started recording, I did mention this. A little bit of a fair warning. I'm a little worried because before we started recording, my Wi-Fi went out and I got booted off the stream, off the Zoom, off the internet, and I was able to fix it really quick. The easy unplug it and plug the modem back in. But we got a new modem recently, and honestly, there's been instances like this, and I'm just glad it got fixed as quickly as it did because sometimes it takes like forever to get fixed. So,
Listen, sweetie.
Just hoping for the best.
You're talking to the queen of Wi-Fi issues here. I get it.
I know, but at least with you, if something happens, show's completely over. I don't want the show to go on without me. I wanna do the show, you know.
Hey,
especially because I'm here and not out of town.
Well, true. I mean, it very well could end up if nothing's gonna happen. Nothing will happen.
Yeah, and I don't have class tomorrow. Class is closed because it's like Cesar Chavez Day, so apparently we get that day off. I didn't even realize that was a thing because I usually don't have class on Fridays, but I don't have class tomorrow, so.
I'm sorry. It's what day tomorrow?
Cesar Chavez Day. He's a person. I honestly don't know. I did learn about him like once, but I honestly don't remember his contribution.
Okay, the name sounds kind of familiar. It's just you said it so fast, I couldn't piece it together.
Google him really quick. Ow. Chavez. Ironically, though, the school for like the not so good children who do stupid shit at school, like commit crimes, get sent to that school. It's named after him. I'm like, huh.
Oh, interesting.
He co-founded the National Farm Workers Association, which later merged with the Agricultural Workers Organizing Community to become the first United Farm Workers Labor Union.
Pop off. We are farmers. Bum.
He was.
Thank you.
Good. He's a true American hero. If you press the little arrow on the tab that says "What is Cesar Chavez best known for?" It says a true American hero. Cesar Chavez was a civil rights Latino and farm labor leader, and genuinely religious and spiritual figure, a community organizer and social entrepreneur, a champion of militant, nonviolent social change, and a crusader for the environment and consumer rights. So, in honor of him, we get the day off. At least he did something good.
True.
Sometimes for certain days we get days off to honor people who aren't as good.
Yeah. But so, yeah, you don't have school tomorrow, and that's okay. You don't have class. I'm sorry, you don't have class.
Yeah. Well, still, I don't go to school because I don't have class tomorrow.
Exactly. All right. Ow, my hand. I did something to this, and this is the hand I smashed 2 years ago. So now I'm just worried. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But we're gonna move on to news and rumors, because that's why everybody's here.
In case you don't remember.
In case you guys don't. We finally rounded out this year's Hall of Fame class. It's the same number of people as last year. No tag teams this year, which is interesting. They usually always do a tag team or a faction or a stable of some kind.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's very strange, but rounding out the class, already joining Rey Mysterio, the Great Muta, and Annie Kaufman, we have Stacy Keibler. She's got legs for days.
Yep.
In case anybody doesn't know. And we now have the Warrior Award recipient, Tim White. He was one of the referees who passed away, I believe it
Yeah,
was last year, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because, like, I saw, like, the name, and I was like, I feel like we just talked about that.
Isn't he the same guy? Again, I was young, okay? He was the same ref who, like, his career ended, so he was trying to, like, his gimmick became trying to, like, you know, commit unalive. Was that the same guy? Like,
Oh, I
because
don't
I
know,
the
actually.
reason why I ask is because, and the reason why I know about this is because I have a DVD thing of the top 50 OMG moments in WWE history. It's really old though. I want to say like this. It was probably filmed in like the early 2010s. So of course they talk about stuff before then. It's old when like CM Punk and like Wade Barrett before he grew the facial hair out when he was still like with Nexus. You
Yeah.
know, it's that old.
Jesus said it
Yeah,
was.
okay. Because I was gonna say the name sounded very familiar, but again, I wasn't sure that I was correct
Yeah.
connecting the right dots.
Yeah, I found it on Wikipedia, too. Wow, I did. Good for you for knowing that, because I did not.
Again, it was because of that top 50 moments DVD, and I was like, oh my god, like they would show some of the stuff he would try to do. It was like his gimmick to try and like commit unalive attempts. It was like he would like use like the cell phone cord to like tie it around
It
himself,
was a
and kind of
different
tug.
time.
Yeah, he tried to, put like carbon monoxide in a car and he sat in it. He tried to like he chained a toaster around his neck
What?
and like dipped his head in like a fish tank.
Oh my
Like
god.
he did some pretty fucked up stuff, but it was like his gimmick. Obviously, you could tell that it was not real because number one, there were different attempts that would kill literally anyone. But he was back, I guess, the next week or two or whatever, doing another segment. I was just like, what the hell? That
Yeah.
would never slide in today's
Oh,
wrestling. Absolutely.
hell no. Hell no.
He would have been canceled. Everyone involved would have been canceled, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it would have been a bad thing. Just said Savannah's right, Tim White, and like a thing
And
where he would try to off himself. That's,
yeah.
I mean,
Like it's like stuff he did. Obviously, again, it was fake. You could clearly tell it was not real, not just because of the fact that he would show back up again, like he would just reappear, but
mhm.
like it was you could just tell, it was very like you could just tell. Like
Yeah,
but
just
I'm pretty
said
sure kids
he had like an untreated head trauma from a Hell in a Cell match, I
I
guess.
believe that yeah, that's what apparently ended his career. Like it was like a bad injury or something like that. Or
Maybe
I don't
I'm
know if
just gonna
that's
have to go back
kayfabe
and
or
figure all
real.
this out, because I have never, like, I don't remember any of this. Maybe I
Yeah,
blocked it out.
just look it up, honestly. I'm pretty sure like you'll find something.
I don't know. Maybe next week, because this weekend's really busy.
That is true. This week is pretty busy. And I don't know if you're going to talk about it in news and rumors, but I officially have a reason to watch the Ring of Honor pay-per-view now.
Oh, I have the card. I'll read the card off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we get to other matches or other pay-per-views that are happening this weekend, um congratulations are in order to Kelly Barbie Blank, who is expecting her
Yes.
first child. Yay. Good
It's
for
on
her. Good for
Renee's
them.
podcast.
Yes. Yeah, she gave the exclusive to People, and then Renee ended up being like her first podcast after she like gave the exclusive. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for her. Oh, that just makes me so
I
happy.
know.
Little babies. Little
Oh,
babies.
little wrestling babies.
Babies are wrestling. Everybody go check out the episode.
Yeah. Do it. Just do it.
It was a great episode. I don't remember
It
how long
was.
ago it was, but it was a fun time. Everyone go check it out. It's on the YouTube channel. Go over there and do it. And one other thing before I get into other match cards that are happening before Saturday. This one's gonna hurt Savannah's heart a little bit. She already knows. Matt Jackson is out with a partially torn bicep. He opted not to get surgery, so he's gonna be out for like 8 weeks, give or take. If you're not watching, she grabbed one of her I believe it's the Street Fighter Matt Jackson, and is just
It's
holding it
he's
against
the
her chest.
closest one. He's the closest one, so yeah, I was big sad about that. Oh look, see you can see his beautiful face.
Oh, there you go.
In case y'all haven't guessed, I love Matt Jackson. Okay.
Yeah. Who didn't know? Raise your hand.
Oh, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know.
Yes, we know. Savannah, I follow you on 2 accounts. I know.
Yeah, you see me twice. You see how much I love him twice.
I do.
Okay, I want to put him back. But like, yeah, I was upset about it. But like the fact that he opted not to get surgery. First of all, the fact that he had the choice is kind of giving me a little glimmer of hope. Like, okay, maybe he just needs to rest it. But it kind of makes sense as to number one why he wasn't at Dynamite last week. You know, he was already in the ambulance. I'm using air quotes if you're not watching. In the ambulance when that attack happened. So, and it kind of just seems like it was a way to write the Bucks off for a little bit. Yeah. I still hope that maybe just because Matt's out, you know, they've done singles matches without each other before. But right before the pandemic, or even no, it was right before.
It was before.
Right before. Nick has had a couple singles matches, even after the pandemic, like even as with their new look and stuff. Yeah. Matt has not had a singles match since before the pandemic, I believe, if I remember. Or no, I'm lying, I think. I'll have to fact check myself later, but he's had a singles matches when Nick wasn't around because they wrote him off because he was having a child at the time. His wife was, not him.
A child.
But yeah, so I just hope maybe we can get some Nick matches or even segments just so we can have a little taste of the Bucks. But yeah, of course I was not happy about it. But again, the fact that first of all, the fact that he's again he doesn't really need surgery, and the fact that he's doing a meet and greet, the fact that it wasn't so severe he had to cancel.
Oh yeah, they're doing that I believe tomorrow.
I wish I could. Someone sent me to WrestleCon in LA.
So it's either tomorrow or Saturday. I can't remember. I don't know.
I think it's Saturday. It's April 1st, I think.
Everybody's going.
I know. That's like one of the biggest WrestleCons I know.
That's crazy. I'm trying to go next year. Trying to do everything next year. Yeah, so Matt will be out for a while. Hopefully, like, I agree. Because I love me some Nick Jackson. Hopefully he can get some action, perhaps. Or that they both just stay off TV for a hot minute.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine, too, you know. I just feel bad, especially after watching All Access. They were, like, so, like, ready to come back, you know, after they got in the ring again. So now that they're off again, I'm pretty sure that's just, like, really, we were just back. But, you know, again, and I think this is why I think they're going to kind of milk what's happening with Kenny and Hangman just a little bit longer until the Bucks can come back. But, like, again, who says Nick can't take over for a little bit, you know? Especially because Hangman already made it public, you know, like on kayfabe, on TV, on Storyline, that Matt does have a torn tricep. Or biceps, excuse me. So
Jesus said he will cosplay as Matt Jackson and help the Elite. He has Jordans and dunks.
Okay, if anyone's gonna replace Matt Jackson, I'm gonna be the one to volunteer because not only do I have Jordans, but I have Jordans that Matt specifically owns as well, and I have outfits that Matt has also worn. So I think I can probably be the best fit because I'll look exactly like him. Fight me. I will, Jesus. I'm not gonna make a joke because
Allison's talking about next year because we're all trying to go to Mania and we're all trying to get like a big ass like Airbnb.
Where is it? Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have to fly. Woohoo!
I was gonna say, that has to be a short travel for you.
It's about like 5.5, give or take some time. I don't take the turnpike because I'm poor. I take back roads as much as I can, just because I also like, you know, the scenery. It's a vibe.
I'm gonna say don't use the toll, but the toll in El Paso doesn't work. So, as in, like, no one gets charged. I don't know how they messed it up, but you don't get charged for using the toll road.
Good. All right. So, besides, like it's WrestleMania week, guys. WrestleMania is literally Saturday and Sunday. And Stand and Deliver is on Saturday. But before we talk about those, there are other companies in the world that are doing things. So, for example, Impact and New Japan, they have their pay-per-view, Multiverse United. That's tomorrow night at 11 Eastern. Let me specify. 11 p.m.
Really?
Eastern. Yeah. Would you like to hear the card? Because I took a picture of it.
Sure.
I'm assuming what will probably be the main event. Who knows? But it's the biggest one on here. Tanahashi versus Mike Speedball Bailey.
Yep.
Kenta versus Suzuki for the strong openweight title. Moose versus Jeff Cobb. Lio Rush versus Kushida. A fatal 4-way women's match where the winner will face Jordan Grace at Rebellion for the Knockouts World Championship. It is Masha Slamovich versus Deonna Purrazzo versus Giselle Shaw versus I am terrible at pronouncing these names. This is bad. Miyu Yamashita?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's a guess. I did my best, guys.
I suck at pronunciation myself, okay? So I'm not probably your best bet.
Yeah, we're doing our best, guys. A X Division scramble for the X Division Championship. Trey Miguel, who is the X Division champion, versus Frankie Kazarian, versus Rich Swann, versus Kevin Knight, versus Clark Connors, versus Rocky Romero.
Clark Connors sounds like Clark Kent sometimes.
It does. He doesn't look anything like him, but it does.
No, but yeah.
For the Impact World Tag Team Championship, we have Bullet Club versus Aussie Open versus TMDK versus Motor City Machine Guns. Then we have just a 4-person tag. I don't know who any of these people are. Fred Roser, Alex Callahan, and then PCO versus Eddie Edwards, Joe Henry, Tom Lawler, and Junior Kratos. And then the final match on here is you know what? I'm not even gonna say it because I can't pronounce one of the people's names, and I'm not even gonna try.
A lot of these guys sound like they're from Strong. I could be wrong, but it's because I don't really watch New Japan Strong. Which I mean makes sense because they're already in the States. They are based in the States. I know Tom Lawler. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the names sound familiar to me, and like I don't really know much about New Japan stuff, but some of them sound familiar in some aspect. So that's tomorrow night at 11, and then tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, because you know all the things are happening tomorrow night.
It's gonna be the same day.
The Ring of Honor Supercard. Their thing says Friday, March 31st, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. The only thing I can think of is one, and it's gonna be live?
Yeah.
How the fuck is Tana gonna compete on both shows?
I don't know.
I don't know. He literally announced yesterday that he was gonna be on Supercard of Honor.
Yeah, I don't know if they thought this through.
Where's the Impact one, like, located?
Oh, God. That I don't know. Here, let me look up where both of them are.
The Supercard of Honor is in LA. So...
United. The Globe Theater, it's in LA.
Oh, okay. So Tana's just gonna take a drive.
Yeah, so that's
to
where
the next city.
That's where Multiverse United is, and you said Ring of Honor's in LA?
Yeah.
Let me just double check. Oh yeah. So he's literally just gonna go from like one part of LA to another. Everything is in LA. That's true. I'm an idiot. Everything's in LA. Thank you, Allison.
So much is in LA. Imagine being in LA during this time. You know, you can go to WrestleCon.
I
want to go to Supercard of Honor. You can go to Impact. I want to go to WrestleCon so badly, but obviously I'm not going to.
Next year I'm doing all the things. I don't even care.
Wish I got that. I wish I could do that.
Soon, sweetheart, soon. But the Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor card consists of Commander versus El Hijo del Vikingo. We have the Reach for the Sky ladder match, which is Dralistico and Roosh versus the Kingdom versus Lucha Bros versus Aussie Open, also in both match shows, versus Top Flight. AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik taking on the Embassy. Is it for... Oh, it's for the 6-man titles. Oh, and Vikingo and Commanders for the AAA title. For the Pure Championship, we have Wheeler Yuta taking on Shibata. I'm not even attempting... Oh, I probably could have figured out his first name. For the television title, we have Samoa Joe, a Samoan named Joe, taking on Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
We have Daniel Garcia taking on Tanahashi. And the main event...
That's the reason why I'm going to watch.
Yeah, that's the reason Savannah will watch. The main event will be Claudio Castagnoli taking on Eddie Kingston for the Ring of Honor World title. Wow. All of the cards, all of the things. There's so much happening this weekend.
I know.
Oh god. But yeah, that's all the news and rumors I had. Savannah, did you have anything else you would like to add?
No, not that I can think of. I honestly can't think straight right now. I'm pretty tired. If I miss anything, I'm pretty sure I don't know. If I missed something, oh well.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get to it next week. So for today in women's wrestling history, we had WrestleMania 19, which took place in 2003. We had Trish Stratus, who's going to be at this year's WrestleMania, winning her 4th women's championship, defeating Jazz and Victoria, who was the champion at the time. And you might be wondering, Katie, why did you choose this match? I chose this match because you have a Hall of Famer in Trish Stratus, and it's almost like you should have 2 more Hall of Famers in Jazz and Victoria, but
Yeah?
no one listens to me. Victoria for Hall of Fame. Hashtag Victoria for Hall of Fame every year. Also, hashtag Jazz for Hall of Fame. She has earned it. I literally looked it up. I was like, there's no way she's not in the Hall of Fame. She's not. It's disrespectful at this point. Start adding more than one woman into the Hall of Fame every year.
It doesn't have to be just one.
Multiple women are allowed. God forbid.
Yeah. Like, what? Gas? Really?
I just don't even understand. Also, like, I don't know. The Hall of Fame's also on Friday after SmackDown. Like, there's a lot going on. There's so much going on. But we're on to our wrestlers of the week, and you get to go first.
Okay, for my tag team, I was about to say they didn't compete. I mean, they did technically compete, but it was a squash match. But I love the brutality they're showing, and they're really embracing this heel turn, and that's the Blackpool Combat Club, or as Hangman called them, the BBC.
See? He listens. He knows.
He does. Love Hangman. Again, just this brutal nature that is the Blackpool Combat Club. They're really solidifying this heel turn. They're officially heels now. Or they've been heels, but like it's this they really just showed that they're heels, guys. Also, I called it. I did call this that maybe Bryan Danielson will come back and have some shit with Kenny because they have the history. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. The All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson came out. Looked like he was gonna help Kenny, but nope. Ooh, Kenny fell for it, and he attacked Kenny. He freaking not only put him in the lapel lock, but he held his nose so he could pass out. I'm like, that's just cruel. And then he started screaming at Kenny, "You're the worst thing to happen in wrestling." I'm like, fuck yourself, Danielson. You're no longer the All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson. No. But yeah.
I was just like, when that segment was happening, like, I agree, like, the BBC being heels works. It's the best thing to happen. But
yeah, like, even the whole Fortune in Combat thing, it just sounds like a heel thing.
Honestly. And, like, when All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Bryan Danielson's music hit, I was just like, oh man, he's gonna turn. Yeah. And it was beautiful. I was like, let's go. It was so
MJF
good.
MJF really messed him up, bro. MJF messed him up.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I really I really do think this is gonna lead to them versus the elite. I'm pretty sure they're still gonna shoot for a double or nothing. Hopefully Matt's good to go. I know people are saying we'll replace Matt with Ibushi, but even Ibushi's not really fully back yet, like in
Ibushi's also
wrestling.
injured, I'm pretty
Like
sure.
yeah, his shoulder. So he's not exactly available. But I know I saw people saying like what it would be cool if it was like the BCC or BBC
BC.
with Takeshita because he's had like matches with them and I'm pretty sure we all thought for a second that he was gonna join, but and he's friends with Brian Danielson, so people were saying like Takeshita and the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite with Hangman and Ibushi, which I think that would be really cool. So it'll be 5-on-5. And but well, first again, Ibushi and Matt need to get healed first, so we'll see. Which
Exactly.
honestly, I think is why they're kind of doing more stuff involving Kenny having singles matches and having the whole Don Kenny and Hangman thing. It seems more like so it's the whole storyline's kind of surrounding them now, and I think they're just trying to milk this as much as they can and really kind of just see how long they can really have that part of the part of the storyline with just the three of them since Matt is injured, since they've really can't involve the Bucks just yet. So
Yeah.
but hopefully for Double or Nothing it'll be good. I saw online, obviously I don't fully believe it because again you have to be careful with what you see online and you can't just Google your problems, like especially medical problems. But it
Mm-hmm.
said that a partially torn tricep, like without surgery, could take up to maybe 10 weeks, like the least, to heal. So, but if they do count the 10 weeks, I think it's still before Double or Nothing. It's because apparently Matt got injured at the Winnipeg show. That's where he tore his tricep or bicep. I don't know why I keep saying tricep, but
Because it's easier.
apparently that's where it happened.
Hi, Matt.
Apparently that's where hi Matt. Apparently that's where it happened. Also, speaking of the interview, apparently Don Callis got legitimately like busted open. Like
Good.
apparently, like if you look back at the clip, oh I know, but I'm just saying he like apparently when he got hit, his head actually hit some metal part of I don't know what, and
Stupid
that's why he had
ass.
all this blood on him because he actually busted himself open. I was like, holy shit, yeah,
I.
that's a lot of blood.
The best part about that, besides Hangman calling them BBC, which was just made my day, was Claudio put on Callus's
Don's.
glasses, and he looked like a multiverse version
I
of
saw.
like
I
Dawn, and it
saw
was so
that on Reddit.
funny.
I think I still have the Reddit notification. Yeah, multiverse Don Callis can't hurt you. Well, actually, maybe he can, and it's just the picture of Cesaro, or not
It's
Cesaro, Claudio. That's
Claudio.
another multiverse. That's
That's
another
that's that's
multiverse.
yeah, it's the other version. The other version.
Yeah, that's another multiverse. But
Matt said because Katie is buying Savannah's stride. Damn. Congrats.
I'm gonna say, what would try even mean?
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
So
Aha.
yeah, the Blackpool Combat Club, the BBC, I think they're called,
BBC.
are my pick for my tag team.
Perfect. Good job, everybody. I knew Savannah was going to pick some iteration of the BBC, so I went NXT route. I went with Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. They beat Briggs and Jensen, Brooks and Dunn, whatever you want to call them. And we have the possibility of seeing the D'Angelo family become tag team champions on Saturday. Let's go. Oh, he said there are 3 members of your Holy Trinity.
There's actually 6, but yeah, so that's 2 triangles.
There you go. Well, you can... It's a separate thing. Oh, Kenny,
Yeah,
Jackson, Hangman. Those are... Well, I mean,
that's
those
true.
are the 3 you chose, and...
That is true.
So,
In my inside the mind of
that's what it's called. Yeah, that thing.
that thing, whatever that may be.
That interview. Yeah, that thing we did. Which, like... Realistically, there's supposed to be another one on Monday, but people are so busy this week, I didn't hit anybody up.
I wonder why.
So, yeah, there's not gonna be one on Monday, but I'll figure it out. I can take a week off. I've been getting them out,
Yeah,
so it's fine. I'll talk more about that after the fact. Alright, your homans, your famale.
my famale. I have 2. I'm giving one to Becky Lynch. Won her match. Good match. Um, and looking forward to seeing her at WrestleMania. Always looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was she at last year's? I don't think so. No, no.
Yeah,
Yes,
you should.
yes, yes. She defended the title
There you
against
go.
Bianca. Good. It was really a really good match. I can't believe I almost forgot that.
It's okay. It's been a long year.
And yeah, and the other one is I don't care if she didn't win the match. I love her, and she's honestly like really like growing as a wrestler in AEW, and that is Willow Nightingale.
Mhm.
She should have won. I think at some point, like the homegrowns need to get a win over the Outcasts because it's honestly making the homegrowns look really weak, in my opinion. They
Mhm.
just can't seem, to beat them, even if they use their own tactics against them. And even then, like it's always like they find a sketchy way to win, and before they're about to spray paint someone, Riho and someone else comes out.
Yep.
That's how it's kind of been. I've kind of noticed that pattern, and I'm like, we need to change it up a bit, all right? But still, I like Willow. Good match. She should have won, but yeah.
Uh, you're never gonna believe this. I also had Willow.
Well, you gotta love her.
She's like she's the epitome of like a ray of sunshine in a human being.
Yeah, well, even like her Titantron's all colorful and
It's adorable.
happy.
It gives Hugger Bailey vibes, which
Oh,
like
for
I'm about.
sure.
I'm all about it. The freelancers slash homegrown feud is getting repetitive. I mean, it
Well, yeah,
is, but like they have
like
to
I
kind
said,
of build it until Double or Nothing.
I was gonna say it's getting a little repetitive. I mean, or the pattern. I noticed the pattern. Like I said, like the out. That's why I think one of the homegrowns needs to beat someone. They need to. I think, and honestly, I thought this was gonna happen with Sky Blue and Tony Storm. I think there needs to be an upset where like someone like Sky Blue, where everyone like, which I don't think is like kind of fair to her because I think Sky Blue's incredible, but like I'm pretty sure that everyone thinks she's not gonna win, and then if she does, like that's gonna be a huge upset, and I think that'll really kind of fire up the outcasts to really want to like take care of the homegrowns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Matt says the guy who ate up Ray looking like a bitch for 6 months. I
Oh my
mean,
god.
uh, find the lie. I can't. I agree. Um, all right, Savannah, your mole, your man's.
I have two. First one, he won his match. Good match. Just successfully defended his title. I'm gonna give it to Kenny Omega. He defended his title against Jeff Cobb. He came out to Devil Scotch. I really love that. When he's defending, because the week before there was no title on the line. It was so he came out to his AW music. But when it was a New Japan, because he holds a New Japan title, when he's defending the IWGP US title, he comes out to Devil Sky. Even had the Tron. He had the Titantron of his New Japan Titantron, which I really loved. So I'm glad that he kind of like uses both, and depending on if he's defending the title or not. So really liked that. Second one, I'm pretty sure he's also your pick. I'm wearing the shirt. I was gonna wear a Kenny shirt, but I mean, it's not often when Adam Cole comes back after 9 months of being out of the ring and having a good match and winning and has this momentum, and the celebration afterwards with Brett was so amazing. It's so good to have him back. I hope this leads to him getting some gold soon, because I'm pretty sure had he not gotten injured, it would have happened at this point, I feel like. But because of his injury, unfortunately, that didn't happen. So hopefully now they can just kind of gear him towards that direction of getting some championship gold. And I hope, especially now that the Blackpool Combat Club are heels, like let him get the Ring of Honor World title. He has a lot of involvement, and I think he can really elevate, the Ring of Honor, roster, and I think bring more people to watch.
Man, if Adam Cole goes to Ring of Honor, that means I gotta watch. Damn it.
Now welcome to my world. I gotta watch because of Tana.
We were watching a pay per view. If he's champion, he's gonna be on like every week.
That is true. Well,
we'll see. We'll see. To be determined. But yes,
yeah.
Adam Cole, baby, is obviously my pick. I would have worn the shirt. I mean, it's WrestleMania season, so like I had to throw on, squeeze into my old Mania shirt. But I would more than likely be wearing a Bebe shirt if it was not WrestleMania week.
It was a WrestleMania. Yeah.
Yeah. I was so happy. The music gets me hype. The match with Garcia, great. Britt coming out afterwards, celebrating. As soon as they kiss, they got streamers. Like, that's adorable.
Oh,
the only thing...
It was so cute.
I just wish...
I know what you're gonna say.
Like, why does it have to lead to a Jericho feud, though? I don't... Like, Garcia is a pro wrestler. He He almost said it
Not
last week.
not in his mind.
He almost said it last week. The crowd was chanting, "You're a wrestler," at him. He was using BBC tactics, the hammer and anvil elbows. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm fine. Like, the match itself, I was about 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. But, like, no. I want Cole. Yeah. Like, I love the pillar stuff. It's like, I want that to continue for a little bit. But once that's done, I need Bebe back here to go for the big gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But we'll see.
Oh, Jesus said, wait, how is Kota Ibushi hurt if he's wrestling tonight? I don't know. I heard he was hurt. I also saw that he was wrestling.
Heard, yeah, that's, yeah. Same, like, basically Katie took the words out of my mouth. I don't know. Because he is injured. His shoulder is injured. But, I don't know, maybe they're forcing him, because if CM Punk taught us anything, is that they're always, having a gun held to their head to do matches that they're not comfortable doing because of their health.
Exactly.
That's just how it is in wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I don't know. Also, I didn't realize I take it as the GCW thing, because I know that's the only time I heard anything about Kota Ibushi.
Bloodsport, yeah. Jesus said, I just saw a tweet saying he has a match with Mike Bailey in Bloodsport. Yeah.
I did hear about that. I just didn't realize it was happening tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Who's surprised? Anybody?
No. I was gonna say, I guess, I don't know, man.
They needed to find a day that wasn't being occupied by 4 other pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Alright. It's a question of the week time, baby. First and foremost, before I get to all Mania stuff, because they did release the matches for Night 1 and Night 2, before we even get to Night 1 of Mania, we have NXT Stand and Deliver. Now, I know Savannah doesn't really watch NXT. She catches every once in a while. I love me some NXT babies. So I'm just going to read off the card and say the match that I'm most looking forward to. If anything piques your interest, feel free to expand. So we have Grayson Waller taking on Johnny Gargano in an unsanctioned match. We have a 8-person tag team match, which consists of Andre Chase, Duke Hudson, Thea Hale, and Tyler Bate taking on Schism, which is Joe Gacy, used to be Grizzly Young Veterans, and Ava Raine, which this is The Rock's daughter's in-ring debut, so I'm actually very excited for that. We have the NXT Women's Championship ladder match, which consists of Zoe Stark, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyra, Indy Hartwell, and as of Tuesday, Roxanne Perez has been cleared, so she will also be in the match defending her title. For the NXT Tag Team Championships, we have a triple threat match. It's the Creeds taking on Gallus, who are the champions, and Tony D'Angelo and Stax. Here's hoping. Fingers crossed. We have a Fatal 5-Way match for the North American Championship. Dragon Lee, George Lopez flashback looking head ass, Wesley, who's the champion, Ilya Dragunov, and Axiom. Then we have the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. We have Fallon Henley and Kiana James taking on the Spooky Witch Gals of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And main eventing the match we've all been waiting for the NXT Championship, Baby Steiner, Braun Breaker, taking on Carmelo Hayes. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I wonder which one Katie's most excited for.
Honestly, everything except the 8-person tag, I'm kind of invested in a lot of different ways. Like, obviously I want Carmelo Hayes to win, point blank period. If he doesn't win, someone will catch hands. It's the same thing with Rhea. Like, he needs to win. The women's tag, I need my Spooky Witches to win. It just makes the most sense. There's chaos happening with Fallon and Kiana. The Fatal 5-Way is gonna just slap. It's gonna be insane. We have the possibility of D'Angelo family tag team champions. The women's ladder match? Come on. And then Johnny Gargano was like the king of unsanctioned matches in NXT. So that's going to be so fun to just watch him beat the brakes off of fucking Grayson Waller.
Yeah, so that match is honestly one of the ones that has piqued my interest and that I've actually known about because, again, I've like seen snippets here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And also not just because the Johnny Gargano was an unsanctioned match. And Grayson Waller, I know he's not many people like him. He's a heel. But I saw his match with AJ Styles on NXT, and it was really good. And that was just a one-on-one match. So I don't know what this fucking dude's gonna pull out of his ass for an unsanctioned match against someone like Johnny Gargano, who's gone through this many times,
Quite a few. Just a handful of times.
That one and the women's ladder match, because I love me some women ladder matches, so we'll see how that's gonna turn out. Someone I'm like just anxiously yet excitedly waiting for one of the poor souls to take a massive spot like through a ladder or something. Someone's always tipping the ladder over and someone's going through another ladder.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be mayhem.
Yeah.
I love Indy Hartwell, and she got the last spot in the match, but there was like a triple threat last chance match on Tuesday, and Sol Ruka was in the match. Now, and I was saying, imagine like she's able to hit like a soul snatcher off of a ladder. Oh, it would have been incredible. Oh, Jesus just said it should have been Soul. I mean, it makes the most sense for it to be Indy though, because this is probably Indy's last chance and thing in NXT before she's probably getting called up, if I were to guess. I don't know. But that is Stand and Deliver. Now, the big show here, Paul White. Thank you. Thank you.
It's the big bad show now.
Can we just talk about how that song actually low-key slaps?
Yeah, for sure. It's the big show.
It's a great song. Gets you hype.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to read off both nights, because they did announce which matches will be on which night. And then we're going to talk about, like, match we're most looking forward to, which night sounds better, in our opinion, surprises, sleeper matches, the stuff I usually do.
Okay.
So,
sounds good.
Saturday, night numero uno. These are all of the matches on night one. In no particular order, because people don't really know the order of any of this right now. We have the WrestleMania Showcase Tag Team match, which is Braun and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. Ray versus Dom. Seth and Logan. Becky, Lita, Trish versus Damage Control. Usos versus Sammy and KO. Charlotte and Rhea. Cena and Theory. So that's night one.
Should we do night one and then go to night two? Or
we can.
Yeah, just because I know I'm probably not going to remember. I'm going to mix it up.
A lot. Okay, so out of those, which do you think is going to be the sleeper match?
I hate to say it, but probably the the 4-way tag. Only because you can do that on Raw. You can do that on SmackDown. You can do it anytime. Like, there's really, I don't know. But that's just me.
Well, I mean, you also have Ricochet, Chad Gable, both the Street Profits.
That is true. I'm not saying that it's not like the talent, but I just think that this match could have been like on Raw or like a special like event of Raw,
Could have been on
whether
SmackDown.
It's like an anniversary. Yeah, like an anniversary show. I feel like that should be on SmackDown before Mania, as opposed to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Like, why do they do that on SmackDown now? That's a WrestleMania tradition, I feel like those two should be flipped.
I concur. Or even put this on the kickoff. I don't even know if they do matches on the kickoff anymore.
I think they do, but
this would be a perfect opportunity.
Yeah. Also, I know you said there's no particular order, but I thought I heard, unless I was hearing and seeing stuff, that John Cena and Theory are going to kick off the night because they said,
supposed to.
They're like, kicking off WrestleMania Night 1. I actually got confused because I was like, they're going to be on the kickoff? I was like, are you serious? But no, it's like kicking things off. I was like, oh, okay.
They're going to be on the kickoff?
I was genuinely confused. I'm like, you're going to put John Cena and a mid-card title?
Could you believe?
In the kickoff? I know they've done that before. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
justice for Dean Ambrose. They did that to him at WrestleMania 33.
all of the tag titles have, like, they were always on the kickoff
That's
too.
true.
So,
It's true.
okay. So out of this, we have 1, 2, 3 championship matches. Do you think? Okay, so out of those, which titles do you think are changing hands?
For sure, the women's one. It has to happen. Rhea's got to fucking win.
Has
there's
to.
no way. And I honestly think, again, I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but again, I don't know, man. They're very, WWE's very like, dare I say, they swerve us. Sometimes they've done some really good swerves, and I feel like because it's so obvious, maybe like they won't win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, part of me thinks the Usos have to lose in order to mess with Roman's mindset for night 2.
Exactly, and I think also because, like, who the fuck else are they gonna face at this point?
True.
So, yeah, I think it should happen. I hope they don't swerve us, but I think those 2 titles for sure. I don't think Theory's gonna lose the title to John Cena. I think he's gonna put Theory over, to kind of like really, I guess, solidify him and his, I guess, legacy, if you will. But also because John Cena is very come and go. We don't know when's the next time we're gonna see him after that. I don't really think he's gonna do a full run in WWE. He really just comes for like a match, kind of will build up to the match, and then after the match he'll leave for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some Austin theories popping around on Twitter. Like, imagine Cena wins Monday night, has an open challenge, loses it to whoever they deem worthy.
Cool. That would be pretty cool too. Also because I think whoever accepts the open challenge will probably have a really good match with John Cena. It kind of reminds me of when Sami Zayn showed up from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
That match was really good. I mean, obviously John Cena won, but maybe this time it won't happen. You have some young talent coming in, some young talent with good potential.
A lot of people, again, this is all speculation because I don't trust anybody on the internet. A lot of people want it and think it could be Jay White.
I could see that, but like, I mean, the dude hasn't shown up yet, right? Anywhere else.
That's true. So he hasn't. That's another thing. Do you think we'll see any like debuts or any crazy surprises this night?
I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know who could show up. I know Jay White's obviously one of the possibilities because he's like one of the free agents out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a free agent. I think his contract did expire.
I think it is. I think it did. Yeah.
I'm bad with contract updates, but anyways, I think he's officially a free agent. So I know Kairi Sane is a free agent apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's for the next night. But I think those are probably 2 of the bigger names that I can think of right off the top of my head that are free agents that could possibly show up.
Jesus said, "What if LA Knight issues an open challenge and Jay White answers?" Perhaps.
That would be pretty fucking cool. That would be pretty cool too.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think Trish will turn on Lita and Becky?
I don't know. I feel like maybe like she won't turn on them, but we will be left with some sort of unfinished business between her and Bayley, and which would probably, I can only assume, set up her versus Bayley. If you really want to do it at pay-per-view SummerSlam, but that's so far.
So,
yeah, but I mean, well, it's happened before where like they kind of have like the seeds planted, and then later on, like they won't really speak about it or speak of it, and then later on it just kind of goes into like that direction. We're like, oh, suddenly they show up, and now it's gonna be a feud.
Yeah, I mean,
so maybe something like that. I still want Bayley versus Trish, but we'll see.
We will see. Alright, any other notes or things you want to mention for night 1 before we move to night 2?
No. So far, no.
Alright. Night 2. We have the other WrestleMania showcase match thing, the women's one. So, Liv and Raquel versus Natty and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Sonya and Chelsea. Lesnar versus Omos. Edge versus Demon Balor in Hell in a Cell. Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus for the IC title. Bianca and Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. And then, obviously, main eventing night 2. Roman Reigns versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody, yes.
So if we're talking about sleeper matches, I think again it's gonna probably be the tag team match, the four-way tag. Unless of course they prove me wrong, but
I kind of think
that one.
I kind of think Lesnar and Omos, as weird as that is.
I was gonna say I think unless because honestly that match could work if you do it right. You know, like if it's not short and quick, like I think it needs to like really show that look these two guys are obviously like monsters in their own way, and it's gonna take more than just a couple F5s or a couple of slams or whatever the fuck to get to really, you know, bring them down. I think it would have been so much cooler if this match was like a last man standing match because again, you have two monsters of, you know, dare I say monsters among men. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Like, you know, because again, you really gotta like. I think it would really show like, oh, who's really the bigger man here? Who's like, you know, the stronger one, the bigger one, the one who's more resilient. I feel like if done right, it could work well. But again, but with the tag team match, again, I just think that shit can happen on SmackDown or something.
Yeah.
Or on the kickoff.
Okay, so with that, the titles that are on the line. Thank you. IC title, Raw Women's Championship, both Universal and WWE. Any of the titles changing hands? All of them changing hands. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, this one I'm very unsure because I've seen rumors about everything happening. People are saying, you know, Cody's gonna win, but no, it's too obvious. Roman's gonna win because they want someone to like in the modern era to surpass 1,000 days reign, and like reigns. So like, and then people like, you know, and then people are same thing with Bianca and Asuka, like, oh no, Bianca's gotta win, you know, to really show she's BST, but no, like you can't hurt Asuka's character like that. She just got this new look. You know, you can't ruin her already. She's gonna go back to like with what happened with Charlotte. They're gonna ruin her. And then with Gunther, like I know he's held the title for like super fucking long, but it's like, is he gonna really lose? I don't know. You know, it's just this is honestly the only time where I'm very unsure about all the title matches.
Everything.
I have no idea what direction this could go. So honestly, well, we'll get into like the next.
We'll get into that. TCS, did y'all talk about the quote JTG Memorial Don't Pick Up the Phone Battle Royal yet? No, because it's happening on SmackDown, which it doesn't like that could very well just happen on the kickoff. We don't really understand why. Utilize the kickoff. You make the kickoff like 18 hours. Why don't you actually like utilize them? I don't get it.
Yeah, for like the big PPVS, I think they do it 2 hours.
I don't even remember. I barely watch the kickoff show. I mainly just like use that time to get myself situated, get my snacks, get myself ready.
Exactly, get my food.
Ow. Okay, so with night 2, any surprises? Anybody showing up? What are we thinking here?
Oh, that one I'm also maybe again. I brought up Kyrie, so maybe her, but to help Asuka. But I don't know. I really just don't know where you can kind of squeeze someone in. Maybe people have better responses than me, but honestly, I can't think of anything in the moment. I'm also very tired. Like my head's kind of starting to hurt, so like I can't think straight, and I can't really think in the moment about what I think about again. Because again, I didn't even think about Jay White until you brought it up. So I was like, oh, that's actually a very interesting idea. So yeah, I honestly don't know who could possibly show up.
Do you think Solo gets involved in the main event in any way, shape, or form?
I don't know, because this is a very Cody thing to do. So I want to say yes, because, oh, it's going to say, oh, Cody defeated all the odds. Solo interfered, the Usos interfered, this and that happened, and Cody still won. Oh my God, look at him. So I feel like for his sake, to make him look even better and to make the possible win even more triumphant, yeah,
I mean, they also
like,
have been
oh,
like playing into Solo and Cody.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know. He could be the one that cost Cody the title. Who knows?
Possibly. I mean, there was talks that Triple H did approve of a new belt design.
I saw that.
So maybe that. Realistically, if you don't have Cody win, who do you have take the belts off Roman? Like,
It'll probably still be Cody, just at another time. Again, if they're going the route where they want Roman Reigns to surpass the 1,000 days, then again, some sketchy shit happens, whether it's like Solo or the Usos or someone comes to mess things up for him. Fuck, it could be Seth Rollins for all we know.
Sethery.
Uh, um, they apparently really don't like each other. Um,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
so it could be Seth Rollins. We could possibly get Seth versus Cody again.
But like, I don't want that.
I know you don't want that, but I'm just saying we don't know what the WWE can go so many different directions. That's why I'm very unsure. I feel like as opposed to night one with like Rhea, where like it's her time. It's her getting a title so long overdue. It's been and she's getting redemption over Charlotte for what happened at
Pandemic Mania.
2020. Yeah, and then you have the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens because they've had this whole storyline being like built up for like
Months.
as long as I can remember. Yeah, months. And then at the same time, like we said, who the fuck's gonna face the Usos if they win again? Like, and they need something to kind of like get into Roman Reigns' head, to keep him distracted. So I don't know.
I I'm firmly behind the fact or the idea that Cody Rhodes takes the titles. Sheamus becomes a Grand Slam champion,
That would be cool.
which like rightfully so. Like good for him. Rhea becomes a
Yeah.
Grand Slam champion in her own right. Shout out, pop off queen.
Shout out.
Um, I other than that, I've seen talks about Gangrel and possibly Christian coming out with Edge's Brood entrance. I mean, because we're getting Demon Balor, we could be getting Brood Edge. That would be interesting. I mean, I've seen part of the Brood entrance live, and it's insane. So,
Yeah.
like, I would be 100% okay with seeing it again. Not live, but, like, seeing it again.
Yeah. In general.
It is in general, yeah. Um, alright. So, based off of both of those cards, which night are you most excited for?
Probably night two, like I said, because honestly, there's no. Again, I'm completely unsure of what direction these title matches are going in. You have the Hell in a Cell match. You know, there's
Big meaty
something else
men
that I'm
slapping meat?
missing. Yeah, well, if done right,
If done
that'll be
correctly.
really cool. It'll be really cool to see. So yeah, and a time to go to the bathroom, which is when the tag match will be on.
Exactly.
So and get more snackies.
Okay. I'm kind of torn. I think I'm
Because I know you really want to see Rhea Ripley
I do.
like win and stuff.
My precious baby angel. I love her. And like I love Cena, so like it's
Yeah, exactly. Those are your two mains.
I know it's crazy, but like night two like has some like a lot of question. Like that's why anybody betting on any of this, good fucking luck. I am not.
Night one, you're probably more than likely gonna win some money. Night two,
You better
proceed at
pray.
your own risk. Yeah. Also, because like if shit doesn't really go the way I would like it to, obviously this is a little selfish of me. But for example, if Logan Paul beats Seth Rollins, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. There's no way. There's like no. Like first of all, I don't like Logan Paul. Fuck that guy. So no. You can't do that to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I mean, especially not 2 years in a row. Like you had Cody come back last year and ruin
Yeah,
Seth's
exactly.
night, and then you can't be doing that this year. Seth, gets this dub. He better. Because no, thank you.
He better get the dub.
All right. That's it. Oh, Jesus said Seth hasn't won a Mania since 2019. Damn. That will change on whichever night I said that was. Night, fuck, where'd it go?
Saturday.
Saturday, night 1. Yeah. All right. As the show, Savannah, plug your stuff, tell people where they can find you, all that fun stuffs.
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at y2garcia_. If there's no underscore, it's not me. That mistake has been made. I finally got that the Fuse episode uploaded. I just had to make the thumbnail and upload it. That was really all it took, and I finally took the time to do it. So go check it out if you want. We're doing What If AEW edition based off the Marvel series on Disney Plus. Part 2 is expected to come, and also I want to do a different episode probably before then. But also I need to get people to come on because I want multi-person panel, not just 2. I want to try and do 3 and 4. So yeah, that's mostly what I got going on.
Okay. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at KatieRasson13. Link to my about to go thing ShElite Showcase. Twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase. Typically Thursday 6 p.m. Eastern. Usually 6:15. Y'all know what I mean. It's just easier to say 6. That's why you gotta be at your phones and your tablets and all your things. You have to be ready at 6 o'clock. Gotta be prepared.
Yeah.
If you want to watch the video version after the fact, you can go to youtube.com/ShElite Showcase. You can watch all the videos, like Savannah said, like the Fuse news episode, up. All the past episodes of ShElite, up. All of the Inside the Mind Elves, up. I'll get to those in a second. You can check everything out. Up there. Over there. Wherever it is. Whatever device you use. If you want to just listen to us, on your on your drives, if you will. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And like I said, ShElite Showcase, the weekly show that we're doing, that you're currently watching and or listening to. Hey, hi, hello. Inside the Mind of the interview series. There was gonna be a new one. The way I do it, there should be a new one out on Monday. However, you guys heard all of the things that are happening this weekend.
Yeah, wrestling's busy.
People are too busy. So I'm decided, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy the weekend. Everyone else is going to enjoy the weekend. I'll get one out as soon as I can. But Savannah's is out. That's the latest one. You can go check that one out.
Yeah, go check that one out.
I have one up there as well. Please don't go watch that. It's a goddamn disaster. There's the people that are friends of the show. Y'all know, TC, Will, Allison, Matt, Reek, Just, they're all there. You can go check those out. Those are all up there. Speaking of Heel Tactics, Justin, big shout out. Big shout out. This man's has created the intro music for all of the shows I've mentioned, plus more. All of the friends I just mentioned, he makes music for them too. You need to go check it out. He literally changed his, one part of his name to podcast intro guy.
Yeah, basically that's what he is.
That's what he does, and he does a damn good job. We respect that man in this house. His description, his links are in the description below. Not his description. Yeah, I am fucking tired. You know what? It's been a long goddamn day.
I'm tired too.
I believe that is everything. Next time we see you guys, it'll be post-Mania, and who knows what the structure of WWE will be, because we don't.
Yeah.
We gonna find out in 2 days' time as we record, 1 day time, when this drops tomorrow. Okay, cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.